cow, this thing is fast. Today's project is this Motovox mini bike. I got this thing off the side of the road for free. I couldn't get the motor to run, and it's missing the gas tank and the back of the carburetor. So I went out and got a Predator 212, a new clutch, and a new chain. It should double the horsepower, and hopefully it will only take me one day. So let's get right into it. Gonna start stripping this thing down, starting with the back fender, because I know that I'm gonna need to move it. Now I'm gonna get the chain guard off. Should be able to take this chain off now. I see the master link here. Just popped right off. Now I want to take this throttle cable out. And we can go ahead and unhook the on-off switch here. This is the ground. There we go. I think we're ready to pull the motor out now. This thing is tiny. Okay, let's see if this thing is gonna fit. Airbox looks okay, but I'm gonna have to take this muffler heat shield off, I think. Probably bend it in a little bit. I'm gonna take this off for now. Probably have to modify it. Closer, but I think I'm still gonna have to make a little dent in this thing. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw my flywheel on though, just so I can get the alignment right. As you can see, it's definitely still hitting here. I have probably this much more to go, but I'm going to throw this on here so I can get the left and right, because it looks like it's going to be further out here. So let me just cut this. I'm gonna pull on this and see if I can. There we go. Now this already has a keyway in it, and it has 2 set screws, so it should just slide right on. And this will be going reverse way actually. Have a bolt, lock washer, a main washer, should be good for now. Now I should be able to line up the front with the back sprocket, mark this, and put a little dent in it. Okay, I put the top of the chain on just so I could see the reference. I think this is about where it's gonna go. So I'm going to mark my muffler right here, dent it in a little bit, and see if I can't get this thing to sit flat. All right, I have my marks here. I'm just gonna take this ball peen hammer and kind of lower it all. Definitely not the prettiest, but hopefully it'll work. Okay, we have just enough clearance here on the front. There's the exhaust clearance, and I think we'll be good with the air filter. I have plenty of clearance here, so now I'm gonna mark my holes and we'll mount this engine. I'm also gonna take this drain plug out and just grind down maybe like half of it, just for a little more clearance. Just gonna go for like half of it. I should still be able to get it out, but I'm just gonna use the drain plug on the back. That's what it looks like now. It's really hot from the grinder, so. There we go, you can see how the drain bolt fits in good now. I think this motor is fully clearanced. I'm gonna go ahead and make a template of what the mounting holes look like and try to mark and drill those now. Okay, I have my 4 holes marked here. This is about 1.5 inches off the edge. These are 3 1/4 from each other, and these are 6.5 from each other this way, and about 3/4 of an inch from this front post. So now I'm going to hit these with my punch and drill them out. I'm just going to drill a pilot hole first and then come back. Alright, I didn't show the back tube, but the motor's mounted now. I took the seat off, so hopefully you guys will be able to see, but I'm going to go ahead and use the throttle cable that came with it. Okay, the throttle looks like it's working okay. I'll have to see once we start it, but for now it looks good. I have an extra long chain here, so I'm just gonna mock it up so I know where to cut this thing. Okay, now I'll mark and cut this. Alright, I think I got my chain where I want it. It's a little tight, but I'm sure it'll stretch. I had to grind out a little here for this tensioner to loosen it up. Now I can tighten this down and we'll be good here. Okay, I'll loosen up these motor mounts. I got a good amount of chain play. Everything looks like it's working good now. I'm gonna add some oil to this motor and some gas and fire it up and see what happens. Okay, I don't have the handlebar switch wired up yet. I'm just going to use this one for now. I'm going to start it up, see what happens. need to tighten that. Man, this thing rattles like crazy. But I think once I get it on the ground, it'll be fine. Okay, now I'm gonna connect the handlebar switch. I think all I need to do is connect this to ground and then jump this together. I'm not 100% sure that's going to work since it's painted, but I'm going to give it a shot first. Now I just need to connect these two wires. I'm just going to connect these three to test it, and then I'll solder them all together. Okay, now when this is on and up here is on, it should work. So it should be on now. I can turn it on here. Turn it back to start. And turn it off down here. So now I just need to solder that all together. I'll put some shrink wrap on it and it'll be good. Alright, I'm going to start this thing up on the ground just to see how it does down here. It was shaking pretty bad up there. I think this thing is going to be pretty fast. Okay, the last thing that I do before I test ride this is going to mark some holes for this back fender. So I'm just going to use the front hole as one and then mark the front again. I'll drill that out on each side and mount this thing up. That looks pretty good. Alright, I guess there's nothing left to do except take this thing for a spin. Holy cow, this thing is fast. I gotta trim a little bit of the fender right here. It's hitting the chain. Wow, this thing almost wrecked on it immediately, I think. I'm gonna take these and do a little trimming. Need to tighten this up a little bit now, I think. Okay, plenty of clearance there now. Okay, I did some work on this, got this chain tightened up, so I think we should give her another rip. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you guys saw that. This thing is really quick now. I was able to do a wheelie like nothing. I'm definitely going to have to get used to riding this thing, but overall I'm happy with how this project turned out. It went really smoothly. It only took me a couple hours today, and I think it'll be a really fun little bike. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.